Hello, all the wonderful people. This is me, Aryan Kumar, and today we are going to study again all about mole. Now, as we studied yesterday, what is mole? As you can see, any type of value here that is 6.02 into 10 s power multiply by, you can say, it's multiple 23. Now, what is a mole? You can just read this paragraph, and throughout this paragraph, you will find a lot of relevant information related to mole. I hope that is a conventional way of studying it as soon as possible. Therefore, let's just start with molar volume. Now, what is molar volume? Before that, I would like to tell you that it is represented by a capital M, not a capital M, this is capital V letter and a very small m. And if you see this thing at any point of your life, you have to just evaluate this, that this is a molar volume. I have to calculate a molar volume in any type of test or academic um, activity. If they assign you vm as a thing to find, you haven't even studied it yet, but you can definitely tell that it is a molar volume after just reading this um, value, or you can say a unit for it out. Again, now what is a molar volume? As we studied mole yesterday, mole was somewhat a one value of a Avogadro number. One mole equals to Avogadro number, and you might ask me what is Avogadro number. I have just written it up for you. That is 6.02 into 10 s power 23. Again, the perfect value. You can just simply calculate it, or you cannot calculate it. You can just type on Google or ChatGPT what is exact or perfect value of a Avogadro number. You will have it. Again, our today's topic is about molar volume. Now, one mole, like one Avogadro number, 16.02 into 10 s power 23, at any gas that is it, that is at STP. Okay, that means standard temperature and pressure. Now, what is our standard temperature and pressure? Pressure is 1. Meanwhile, the standard temperature is 273 Kelvin. Okay, 273 Kelvin. You can just note it down if you are just noting this whole scenario up. I'm just speaking throughout the information that isn't inserted in this book. Again, this is the additional information you should know about it. Now, this whole scenario is called a molar volume. Now, with the help of mole and molar volume, we can find or convert any type of STP gas into its volume, or find any type of element and its gaseous state using the term STP, that is again the standard temperature and pressure. Remember this thing, standard temperature and pressure. Now, what will be a initial formula for this? I have a black screen for you guys. Okay. So the initial formula for it would be number of moles. Okay. You can just write it as number of mole, like number of moles equals to. Now in mole it was about given mass gm upon mm, that is molar mass, but we have few changes in it. Now let me just tell you that will be number of moles equal to given volume upon a constant volume, or you can say a STP. Now as I told you, STP is standard temperature and pressure, and now why I have just wrote constant here. Now I'll just tell you why I have wrote constant here. If you read throughout this thing, a volume occupies 22.413 dm cube of its molar volume, that is called a constant. Our volume, our mv, is equals to a constant, and that constant number is 2 point, like it is again, let's just read it. It was 22.414, 22.414. Either you can simply say 21.4, 22.4, and again the unit for it would be dmq, as we are dealing in a gaseous state. Okay, now if I talk about STP and 1 mole, 1 mole is always equal to 6.02 to 10 is power 23 molecules, as I just told you at the start of this lecture. And the number of STP is also equal to a 1 mole. But remember, this is always applicable in only a gaseous state. It is not appropriate for any solid or liquid or any other state else than a gaseous state, because we are just dealing with temperature, pressure, and standard in a standard way, in a gaseous way basically. You can just read it out and try to understand it, and vice versa. Okay, so you can just read the few examples. Now let's just jump up to any type of equation or exemplar question that can help you to continue throughout this journey of molar volume. Okay, now how to find a molar volume? I just told you how to find a molar volume. Okay, not a molar volume. How to find a moles in a manner of STP. I've just told you the formula till now. Now let's just imply it. Let me just switch it to another black screen. Now let's just read it and try to understand it. It is saying determine the volume of 2.5 moles. Now it was moles equals to given volume upon molar volume, that is so called STP as well. Now I can just simply put this 2.5 at the um, at the value of mole, because our moles are 2.5 in this whole question or scenario, you can say, and we have to find these 2.5 moles of chlorine molecules at STP. Now the simple thing I'll do is 2.5 moles equals to given volume that we don't know upon molar volume, that is equal to what it is, 22.414 dm cube. Therefore we will just calculate our answer and have our numbers of given volume as it asked at the start of this question. You can just read it again, volume. So as we multiply them both, like cross multiplication here, then we will have the answer as 56.035 dm cube. The unit will be always dm cube, because we are always dealing in a third dimension. Again, it is not about physics, but it is about volume, and volume is like length into breadth into um, height. So basically this is 1, 2 and 3. A third dimension, if I give you an example of it, it would be like a square into a square that makes a cube. Then I can find its length, maybe its height and its width, right? So that is how we insert a unit as dm cube. This is it for this video. You can solve other examples as well, or we will simply just continue throughout the examples and solve it in our next video. Thank you for joining to my wonderful channel, and for this wonderful presence. You have a gift as these questions for solving it out, and you can just drop their answers in comment section. You just don't have to see the solution, you have to read the equation, then solve it, then forward it to me, nothing else. Thank you.